Hydrogen, often touted as the fuel of the future for its high energy content and clean combustion, plays a pivotal role in transitioning to sustainable future, especially in the automotive industry with the rise of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. However, the environmental impact and sustainability vary significantly depending on the method of its production. These methods are commonly categorized by color codes: gray, blue, and green, each reflecting different environmental footprints. Let's delve into these categories, including the less common turquoise and yellow hydrogen, to understand the spectrum of hydrogen production. Before we proceed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It will add value to your life. Let's begin with gray hydrogen obtained by the conventional method. Gray hydrogen represents the bulk of hydrogen production today. It is primarily produced through steam methane reforming, SMR, where high-temperature steam reacts with methane in the presence of a catalyst, yielding hydrogen, carbon monoxide, and a relatively small amount of carbon dioxide. The process, however, releases significant amounts of CO2 into the atmosphere, making gray hydrogen far from environmentally friendly. Imagine the process as cooking on a gas stove, where natural gas, methane, is the primary ingredient, and the byproduct of your cooking, CO2, is released into the kitchen, atmosphere, without proper ventilation. But this is not all we have. Next, we have the blue hydrogen, a step towards sustainability. Blue hydrogen is produced in the same way as gray hydrogen, but incorporates a crucial additional step: carbon capture and storage, or CCS. This technology captures the CO2 emissions produced during steam methane reforming and either stores them underground or repurposes them for industrial uses, thereby reducing the carbon footprint. Think of blue hydrogen production as cooking with a sophisticated ventilation system that captures most of the smoke and harmful byproducts, preventing them from polluting your kitchen. However, it's important to note that not all emissions are captured, making blue hydrogen cleaner than gray but not entirely carbon neutral. Please leave a like if you are loving the info. You can also support us financially via this QR. We appreciated your consideration. Next is the green hydrogen, or the ideal clean energy. Green hydrogen represents the pinnacle of hydrogen production in terms of environmental sustainability. It is produced through the electrolysis of water, splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen, using electricity generated from renewable sources like wind, solar, or hydroelectric power.
Electrolysis involves splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen with the help of electricity. When a direct current is passed through the water, oxygen appears at the positive anodes, while hydrogen is released from the negative cathodes. In terms of volume, exactly 2 times more hydrogen is produced than oxygen. As pure water is not a good conductor of electricity, something like you use a proton exchange membrane, PEM for short, it's possible to extract hydrogen from pure water, as the membrane provides the necessary particle transport between anodes and cathodes.
This process, when powered entirely by renewable energy, emits no greenhouse gases, making green hydrogen akin to cooking with an electric stove powered by solar panels, where the energy used is renewable and no harmful byproducts are released. Though it's ideal, it's still a dream as of now. Finally, we have the turquoise and yellow hydrogen, emerging alternatives. Turquoise hydrogen, produced by methane pyrolysis, offers an interesting alternative by splitting methane into hydrogen and solid carbon without direct CO2 emissions. Imagine a process that allows cooking with gas but captures the smoke as a solid byproduct, which can then be safely disposed of or reused. Whereas the yellow hydrogen, made using solar power for electrolysis, is essentially a subset of green hydrogen, with a specific focus on solar energy as the renewable source. It's like specifying that your electric stove is powered by solar panels rather than any mix of renewable sources. All these efforts will go to waste if the environmental footprint of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles aren't what we want them to be. The type of hydrogen used in fuel cell vehicles has a significant impact on their overall environmental footprint. While gray and blue hydrogen are currently more prevalent due to existing infrastructure and lower production costs, their environmental sustainability is compromised by CO2 emissions. On the other hand, green hydrogen, though ideal for its zero emissions and sustainability, faces challenges related to production costs and the need for substantial renewable energy infrastructure. But the core question remains: Is hydrogen-driven cars viable for the market and the environment at the same time? For this, we need to learn how these cars actually work. Check this video to learn the ins and outs of hydrogen-fueled car.